Ain't that funny?
That's crazy.
Facts. All right. Anyway,
Found
we
out
back.
you,
What?
how you find out you wasn't using it?
I was check. I had to. I was checking something and seeing what I've connected my mic to. All right. So we back. We back. My apologies. My apologies. Black. You might want to resend this out. So resend the link out.
I'm about to run now.
Yeah.
Anyway, how we doing? How y'all doing? What's up,
I'm
guys?
out here, living this life that I live, how I
My
live it.
Knicks on in the Eastern Conference Finals. Shout out to my guys.
Knicks in six, baby. Knicks in
Knicks
six.
in six. You already know.
Let me ask you a question regarding that Knicks and six.
What's up?
Currently, right now, right? Like
Uh,
they about to face the Pacers.
yeah.
How do you genuinely feel about them against the Pacers coming up? I understand Knicks and six. I get it. Knicks and six. Knicks and six. I get it. But genuinely speaking, like realistically speaking, do you really think that that's a possibility?
What do you mean?
Do you really think that's a possibility that they'll beat them in that they'll beat them? Period.
That they be Indiana?
Yeah.
Fuck it. What? Are you shitting me?
Okay.
No,
Now, do you think they're gonna beat? Do you think
it's
they got?
and they got a long bench. I ain't gonna hold you, but
I don't
which is the
give a
problem.
rat's ass. Listen, man. Listen. Right now, to be honest with, I'm being and I'm being. Listen, I can't
I'm
hear anything.
What?
I can't
what
hear
he cut
Jerry.
off, huh?
Oh, there you go. He back.
Oh,
What's
You
that?
back? Oh, he back. Okay. No, listen. To be dead completely honest with y'all right now,
Mm.
the New York Knicks are the team to beat in the
Period.
NBA right now. All
Period.
right. Listen. Period.
Why? Nah.
Period.
Is that because of the hype of New York and all of that? Black.
No, listen.
no,
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Listen. Our
Mm.
team,
Mm.
not for nothing. Yeah, Boston beat us in the regular season with 4-0. That's only because we never really had our full team when we played them. But our team was literally was built to beat Boston. We could do so many different lineups. We got the two best wing defenders in the NBA right now, tandem right now. Bridges and OG is locking shit up.
they
We
are.
don't care. We don't care who you got on your team. We locking shit up. We got Josh Hart. That man is a walking triple double. He just does whatever we need him to do.
Okay.
Whatever we need Josh to do, he gonna do it. Then we
Definitely
got the big
up for
bodega.
that
We
last
got Cat.
Hold on.
games.
Hold
He
on,
do it
Jerry.
all.
It messes up when you're peak at the same time. Go ahead. Go ahead, Black.
We got the big bodega Cat. He does it all. He's just he's a 20 and 15 guy through and through. And then let's not get into Captain Clutch,
Captain
my
Clutch.
point guard, number 11,
Woo!
Michael Jalen Jordan Brunson. Y'all
Michael
don't even
Jalen.
understand what's going on right now in New York, man. It's so,
Michael
yo,
Jalen Jordan Brunson is crazy.
y'all don't understand, man.
Seriously, Black.
Uh,
Seriously.
I respect
Michael Jalen Jordan Brunson. Yes, I said it right.
Clutch.
You
Yo,
heard
he's
me.
not Clutch Player of the Year for no reason. That
Come
man is
on, man. He
different, bro.
is killing, bro. They cannot do nothing with that guy.
I'm not.
Nobody.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just think that the Jalen Jordan Johnson Jordan Brunson is crazy.
What? Have you yo? If you're watching him play, how can you say that?
How can you not say? How can you
How
not?
can you say that's
No, 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 no,
crazy?
no. I didn't say that. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you just said. I'm just more so saying like it's not that you did all that. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Nah, Knicks is the team to take it all the way, definitely. Now, I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be like a clean sweep or it's not gonna be like a fight with damn Indiana, these long standing rivals. But yeah, they don't have. I don't know if they have the what it takes to do what is it 9 points in 8 seconds. They don't got Reggie Miller stat. They're not Reggie Miller, so
I'm not worried. I'm
but
not.
Halliburton
Listen,
is definitely a problem. They definitely got a long bench, which is scary of players, man. So they could probably outlast. We only have really a strong starting five. Our bench
Mr.
players are
Mr. RGP said Mr. RGP said Knicks in six.
there you go.
Everybody knows what's going on, man. Knicks
I
and
feel like
six.
everybody's just saying that right now. Everybody's saying Knicks in six. Y'all said this. Y'all said Knicks in five. That shit didn't work
No,
out.
me, I never said Knicks in five.
Black,
I
black.
never said Knicks in five. If you look from the beginning, I said Knicks in six. When Tatum got hurt, I said, "Oh, we're winning in five." But it was always Knicks in six from the beginning. They got the lucky game when Tatum was out. It should have really been in
I
five,
don't
but
know.
Knicks
Go
in
through your
six.
go through your archive, Black. Go to game two. Go to game two in your archive in your Instagram stories, and I bet you you'll see a Knicks in five. I
No,
bet. You,
Knicks in six.
nah, I'm telling you, you got a Knicks in five up there, bro. Trust me.
Knicks in six.
Didn't have Cat last year. Okay, yeah. Yo, what? Yo, y'all seen that thing about they saying that Cat's the zestiest player in the NBA with his movements?
So what? The nigga's boy. I don't care about his lifestyle. I care about his basketball.
Nah, I don't know if he's actually. I'm not saying he's actually zesty though. Let me make that very clear. You know what I mean? Shout out to Cat. You know what I mean? Doing his thing. Was I saying? But anyway, fellas, we gathered here today. I
Yes.
want to say welcome back, everybody. If you're in the chat, make sure you drop a like. Share this out to a friend. Share this with somebody that you think would actually enjoy this type of conversation. As you guys may have seen earlier, the topics. We're talking relationships mostly today. What's it called dating, all that. My bad for the ashy hands. What's it called?
They used to it from you.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I'm using pretty well lotioned up. I was in a bit of a rush setting this up. What's it called? But nah, yeah, send this out to a friend. Welcome back to Keeping My Podcast. I'm here with my friend, my boy Black.
What's up, brother? Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. And I'm here with my boy Jerry,
What's
aka
going on? Happy Haitian Flag Day. Shout out to all my Zoes. We in
Sagafet. You already know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to the Haitians. Blacks Haitian by association, but he's Jamaican.
I love my Zoes. I love my
Yeah,
Zoes.
yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to my Zoes
As
forever.
a Fizz Naive with the Fizz Naeezys. All right, let's go with the Weezy Zeezys. All right, cool. Now, my bad. All right, as you guys, I think this is something that we actually touched up on a little while back, way back. But there's a clip that's been going around lately of this woman that's discussing this, and I wanted to pull it up for us, see how that go. I want to know how you guys feel about this. Why does it do that? Hold on. I gotta fix that. All right.
What happened?
Nothing. It's something I gotta fix.
shout out to Xavier in the building, yo.
ZVR. That's one of your people's, Jay?
No, it's just
Oh, my
He's
apologies.
like,
somebody who's in the
they're all our peoples, man.
you know,
Everybody
like,
in the
yeah.
chat,
All right,
they're
all
all
right,
our
all right.
people.
All right, check it out.
Ladies, hear me out. Hear me out. Is it possible that so many women are single because they refuse to pass men
Oh,
along?
okay, I
This is
know
what
what
I
that
mean.
is.
When I was heavily out there dating, and if a man was not what I was looking for, we weren't compatible, didn't want the same lifestyle, or it just didn't work out, and we could have gone out on several dates. I will pass him along to someone that I might think is better suited for what he's looking for. Why don't women do that? Like, what is it? Like, what's this girl code that we don't pass men along that we're. Ladies, hear me out. Hear
All
me out.
right, all right.
Is it
Hold on, hold on.
possible?
Now, I don't want this just to be geared towards females only, of course. You know what I mean? I definitely want to ask the men the same exact question, especially since I'm pretty sure what we got in here right now is a bunch of men. Um, yeah. Oh, it's Splash Gordon. Yo, shout out to Splash Gordon. Shout out to Splash Gordon. Yo, what's going on, man? Make sure you send this out to somebody, man, and drop a like in the drop a like, drop a like. All right. In that video, as the woman discussed, she said that she feels as though the dating pool might be empty, or people might be single. A lot of people might be single because they're not meeting the right person, just because someone else may have dated someone it didn't work out, but now because they dated them, it's like they have rights to them now for some reason. Or like they won't pass them on and be like, you know what, I know somebody that you would be real compatible with, blah blah blah. They don't do that. Has that ever been the case for either one of y'all? Where it was like, you know what, I talked to Shorty and now I don't want nobody to talk to her. Throughout your life, not just your adult life.
Um, like I would. It's just for me personally. Like on the other side of it, like if my friend dealt with her for like any type of situation, I wouldn't I wouldn't. I couldn't. I wouldn't want to be in no relationship with a girl that my friend who dated for any time or even slept with. Like just me personally. Like I just that's not a thing for me. I don't like that. Like once my friend hit it, like why would I want to? I don't know. I think that's weird. Like personally for
Okay.
me. Like once like this like if I meet the girl before like we're just talking and like I never hit it and I'll be like yo I know me and you not really kicking it off, but I feel like if you talk to my boy, whatever, like that's different. But if he's already fucking, no, what am I? I'm not passing that. That's weird.
That's weird. So you disagree with that video that that woman was just talking what she was saying then pretty much. You disagree with that.
Yeah, like once you date, like why do you want? Why would you want to be with somebody that you're friends with? Like unless it's just just a smashing thing. Like of course when we were younger we did that, of course. But I'm talking about like really dating. I've never been on that. I think that's weird.
Jerry?
I honestly think it's different for men. Since we are the pursuers, I don't see how we necessarily have the opportunity to pass on as the lady was mentioning. That's why I mean we could open it up to both men and women, but I honestly believe this is more of a woman thing to like need to do only because they are the ones to accept the partners that come along and try to make their move. So, as far as I'm
I
concerned, if I'm making a move on something and it doesn't work out, then my boy can absolutely try to talk to her, but it's not necessarily that I'm gonna pass that person on to my boy and be like, oh yeah, if it didn't work out with me, but I'm gonna pass it on to my friend. No, it's like
I
it's more.
disagree.
I feel like you see that's fine, but
Uh,
again, based on the way it works for men, which is slightly different than what it is for women, I would understand a woman as being a person who would be better at being able to just be like, hey, listen, like you're not necessarily my vibe, my type of vibe, but you're not a creep, you're not an abuser, you're not a person who's a narcissist or whatever the hell these ladies are labeling men these days. So here's a friend of mine that could be more a little bit more compatible with you than I would be. So that's just me personally, though.
all right. Well, I totally respect that, and I'm of the same ilk. I think the same way, but for the most part, the video mentioned that the people were just not compatible. So I think compatibility is something that you can notice from your first date. You know what I mean? Like it either from your first date, maybe your second date. You don't have to. I think you guys or Black, I should say, added the aspect of them sleeping together and all that different stuff. I don't. She didn't mention anything of that, so I'm gonna try to keep it to what she mentioned. You know what I mean? She was like,
Right.
if I meet somebody and we go on a date and we're not compatible, like I think that's why I said I disagree, Jerry. Like that's why I said I disagree. Not that I disagree with everything that you said. I disagree because I think you were adding what Black said about sleeping with somebody and not wanting to pass that on. I get it. Like I'm not passing something I done smashed on. You know what I mean? Like I get
I
it.
was talking about smashing though. Like
Oh,
I honestly was talking about you. In nature, we are the pursuers, and so
mm,
I mean, I don't think the hunter would really consider having extra food for another group of people if they're the person going out to get it. But honestly, the person who has gathered a whole bunch of food and said, "Hey, I have extra," they can kind of hand off a little bit to to a family or a friend.
all right. Well, me personally, like if I meet a girl and we not really vibing like that, and she's like, let's say I meet a girl and she's into rap. She likes all the street shit. Wants to be gang, 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 gang. And I know
You
that's
don't
not,
move on.
huh? And it's
You
not for
don't
me.
move
I mean,
on.
if back in my single life, and it's not for me, right? And say I don't even want to smash. Like I have to be honest. If because my goal would probably be to smash a girl like that, right? If I'm not
Mm-hmm.
even trying to smash that, I would not have a problem being like, yo, you know who you rock out with, mad cool. Y'all probably be mad cool. You act like my boy Big Bro. And if they hit it off of that, it's not even necessary that I'm passing off something that was I hunted.
Right, but you see, and that's the thing. Like, that's not really like when you say like you gotta pass something off to your homie. That means it's something that is kind of yours. Like that's what I feel like when you're saying, "Oh, I'm passing this." Like that right there is not really passing anything. Like you just didn't hit it off. I'm like, you know what? You should talk to him.
That's what
Like
she said. Y'all not
it's not.
compatible.
It's not yeah, that's not really like I don't know. I
Yeah,
feel like
she's
when you
saying that if you guys are not compatible and you can
We
tell,
didn't hit it off.
then
Compatibility,
then you
yeah, I
can.
guess.
right? Am I mistaken in that? Like Mr. RGP says that's literally a fight in the movie Boomerang. I mean, he's not. I forgot that scene. What scene is that again? In Boomerang. And Mr. RGP, please remind us again. But now, like it's like so black. If you met some chick back
Yeah.
in our single days, you go to a
Right.
party, you meet some chick,
Right.
y'all cool and all,
Mhm.
but it's just not rocking. But like chick, she's into anime like me and all that bullshit,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Plays Destiny and all that.
Yeah.
You telling me when you show her she don't know how to talk anything else but that stuff, and she not and you're not even find her like sexually attractive, like you're not trying to smash no more nothing.
Right.
You wouldn't be like, yo, you probably get along with OD, my boy Rich. You wouldn't do that.
And again, and I didn't smash the whole. We just been. I was hanging out with her, and I
You
didn't
you
smash
started
nothing.
chilling with her. You started chilling with her, and from chilling with her, made you realize like, yo, I'm not compatible with her. I have nothing compatible with her. And I don't.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what
I
I'm
would
saying.
tell
If I'm not
I would
hitting
tell
it,
you, Rich, to start talking to her. I'm not
no.
gonna
If
tell
I'm not hitting it, that's definitely then it's not my. It's nothing for me to even. That's what I'm saying. I can't pass nothing that I didn't hit. Like I feel like
your pat. When I say pat, but
because
a
they're
pat.
using the word pass. She said
But that's the
pass
word
the
she
ball.
used. That's the word she used.
But so that's the word we're using. Then you said we following her
but
words.
yo, but
Okay,
black.
I'm not mad with that word. You're making the word mean something that it don't. Me passing something doesn't mean I had ownership to it.
Oh,
Me
huh?
me me passing something doesn't mean I had ownership to it. Black.
I don't know. You got to own shit to
That is
pass it. I
true,
don't
bro.
know. Maybe I
That
don't
is
know.
true. My
Black.
man
Black.
Black is like, listen, if I'm passing something, that's because I held on to it. If I held on
Yeah.
to it, that means I owned it.
You held on to it. No, 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 no,
Yes.
no, no, no. You held on to it doesn't mean you own it. You pass around it. You pass around when in church you pass around the fucking what do they call it
Mm-hmm.
the
The
collections, right?
collection plate.
You pass that shit around. You never own that motherfucker, right?
So I'm treating shit like a collection plate.
No, no,
I
whoa, whoa, oh my God, no, no,
I don't
no,
know, bro.
no, 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 no,
I
no.
don't know. Maybe I'm just on the word too much.
Oh my God, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Yo,
I'm
basic,
not.
basically, we might have to switch the word for black just so he can not think
Nah, cause
about
I'm
that.
with y'all. Listen,
Yo,
if I'm not doing nothing with it, I'm
but
with y'all.
black, something
Hmm?
that you weren't compatible, someone that you ended up going on a date with and finding out you are not compatible with that person.
Yeah,
Now, for me, when Rich was explaining the scenario, I'm saying if that's the case, then I would never go to her and be like, "Yo, I have a friend that you should talk to." I would,
facts,
if anything, I'd go to Rich and be like, "Yo,
facts.
I think you might be feeling this person,
100%. That's what I
so
would do.
try to pursue it." That's why I would never pass her on to anything. Like I
Yes,
would like, all right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm
yes.
not pursuing it anymore, and so it opens the world up to my friends pursuing. I'm not gonna feel no type of way about my friend
So,
pursuing, and
so
if it works out, then you guys were, you know what I mean,
it
compatible.
is it because you said to her. So what makes all right? And Black, you agreed with him, right?
Yeah, hundred
What?
percent. That's
Oh, okay,
exactly yeah.
okay. Are you doing that because that's your boy, and it's easier for you to tell your boy than it is to tell a girl like, hey?
Yeah. I'm like, yo, yeah.
It's not just that for me, but go ahead, Black.
So what is it for
No,
you?
but no, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it probably is easier for me to go like, yo, shorty into the type of shit you like. Here's her gram. Go see what's up. Like,
That's
just do
not
it that way. It's a
see
lot
see
easier.
see now. I feel like that's not you. She all right. You're almost becoming.
That's that's not giving the alley oop. You
There you
want the
go. That's not giving an alley oop. That's not giving an alley oop. I'm just a nigga in her DMs now. The fuck you talking about?
Yeah, so what if I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like I should be like, hey, guys, hey, who you should talk to? Rich. I'm gonna be like, yo, Rich. I was dealing with this girl the other night, and she's not like she was talking that Naruto shit. You know I don't fuck with Naruto. You know I'm DBZ all day. And I'm gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? She's talking that nine-tail shit. So I'm gonna be like, yo,
That
here's her
nine tail
Instagram. Go
shit.
do your
you
thing.
talking at nine tails.
Go do your thing. I'm not going, I'm not
I
going.
that's why I feel like it's not necessarily my position. I don't know if I feel good being in the position of basically telling her that there's another guy that she could. I don't. I just wouldn't feel comfortable with that. Like I don't think she would feel. I don't know if the girl, the lady would feel comfortable with me going, yo, like we not vibing, but my boy might be able to vibe with you. Like so that she
That I agree with. That I agree with. See, right there, now you hit it. I feel like as a man to tell a woman that she's gonna respond negatively, like, oh, so you just passing me along.
right.
That
Like
I see. That I
I'm
agree
trying
with.
to talk to you and you over here, or I'm interested in you. That's why I went out with you on a date. And now you telling me, you know what I mean, we not compatible, and so you got your man's, and that's gonna turn her off completely. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Other than just telling my guy, and being like, yo, let me see if I can put y'all together. Black is, but Black is laughing. Green,
Huh? What happened?
yo, make sure you good over there. Drink
I'm
that.
good. I'm good. I'm good.
But that's why I feel like it's not the same for guys and girls, where it would be way easier for a woman if honestly, if women took this advice a little bit more seriously and was like, if I meet somebody and I don't see them as a person that would work for me, but I know my friend would be way more compatible with this person, then it's easy to just set the link up. I mean, you are working on behalf of that man and on your friend by basically going, this seems like a good guy, just not my guy. So here you go, see if that works.
I hear you. I like and I'm not disagreeing. I think that you're 100% correct. I just think that I do think that it is a reason why so many people are single because men don't do that. Which which I maybe if the culture was different, and maybe if women didn't feel like you were passing them like collection, like a collection plate. Maybe if they didn't feel that, maybe if they didn't feel that way, women would get hooked up with guys that actually are feeling them. You know what I mean? Like guys that they're actually compatible with. I feel like a lot of people often date people that they're not compatible with for whatever reason it may be. Especially sometimes you may not know yourself. Sometimes whatever it may be. But look at the stigma that we look at the stigma we as men have. What the fuck is up with that light? All right. Anyway, look at the stigma that we have regarding it. So clearly, men aren't doing that shit. Clearly, men are not gonna do that. We're not passing on. We're not gonna tell somebody that we're talking to, hey, yo, my boy likes all the same shit that you like, and honestly, you cool to know me, but I get more friend vibes from you.
I'll be tough. That's a tough conversation to have on the
It,
first date.
it, it ain't really that tough because people do it on Pop the Balloon all the time. They be like, nah, I get friend from you. I get friend
Yo,
vibes.
yo, listen, pop the balloon is not. It's not dating, man. It's not going on a date with somebody. It's way more fun. It's definitely you could get a whole lot more out the way, in a fun way. But listen, pop the balloon is not.
It's
I
speed
mean,
dating.
pop the balloon is
You know
so
what else matters? You know
It's
what else
speed.
matters too? How did this date come about? How did this date come about? This first date, where you realize it? Did y'all like work together and then y'all went on a date? It wasn't like a blind date. How did the date come about?
I
I
mean,
mean,
there clearly have to be some type of attraction at some point.
All right, this is
Yeah.
my point.
and there's always. I mean, sometimes it comes up that the person looks a certain way and you feeling it, but the person says two words and then that changes everything. I mean, like, dating a
Hold on.
person.
I want to go back to what Black's trying to imply. Because Black is implying something. What Black is implying is that because there was attraction there, I may not be compatible with her, but I might still want to smash her. Yes or no, Black?
No, no, that's not what. Don't put words in my mouth, nigga.
That's all I said.
Don't say
Damn, bro.
that.
Don't lie, Black. Don't
No,
lie.
I was not. No, that's not what I was trying to say. That's
Okay.
not what I was trying to say at all.
Alright. I'm just making sure,
No.
cause I'm about to say, yeah, there
No,
was
that's not what I was trying to say.
all right, okay. So there's an attraction there, Black. Let's say there's an attraction there. You guys go on a date. Boom, you guys go on a date. You look at her in the face, and her face is but she got the wabuki, right? She
Right.
got yeah, she got the wabuki.
Mm-hmm.
So now, Black, I know you still want to smash because she had the wabuki.
Right.
She's into anime, all that shit. You're not trying to talk all that shit, but she had the
Mm-hmm.
wabuki,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You not is the fact that you still want to smash, even though you know you're not compatible with her, the reason you wouldn't pass it on? Is that one of the
No,
factors?
no,
So it's just
because
everything else. It's
and
everything
it's
else.
more than that. Like if I really know, like I'm saying, like if I really know, like there's no compatibility, and I know that you would probably like her more, like I'd be like, yo,
Then
you
it's
know
a wrap.
what? I'm not gonna go to her. I'm gonna go to you. Like I said, I'm like, yo, there's this shorty
But you
here.
gotta
I'm
make
gonna
me
give you her
meet. You gotta
number.
make me meet her. You gotta like. There's gotta be a way you connect me to her, or else, or else.
You want me to like make y'all like take make y'all like I can have a party or something and invite y'all. Be like, yo, shorty over there. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I don't understand. Like I think it's weird for I don't know. I feel like me just telling you. I should just give you the open the door. Like yo, I took the shorty on a
Set it
date.
up, try to put it together.
Yeah, I took the shorty on a date. It didn't work. I know it's not gonna work out for me. She might like you. You can go ahead and try. Like that's what I feel like it should be. Like that's it. Like I
All
don't
right,
know.
I just I don't disagree. I just said like I said I think that it should be like even if it's like a I'm at the crib chilling. Hold on, Journey Mom says let's be real. Nobody's sharing or passing on somebody they was feeling or attracted to, even if they weren't compatible. I'm not disagreeing.
I think
Clearly,
that's a problem, though. I honestly think that's a problem. If for women that's an issue. I'm not necessarily now. Again, I'm pretty biased on this issue only because I feel like it is way easier for a woman to facilitate this situation than it would be for a man. Now, I honestly believe that as a woman, you should be real with yourself to understand whether or not you are a person who would even want to entertain this person. If this is well beyond something that you're even interested in, please, please just be able to leave it alone at least. Don't even try to string that person along or do anything that's wild with this person, or try to get food and dates and stuff like that out of this person instead of just letting that person go, or leaving that person alone. But it would be a lot better for you to be able to facilitate a a compatible person that would work with that human, other than if it's not somebody that will work with you. I just feel like it would be easier for women to be able to do that.
Ali
That
B.
and
Oh, go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead. Finish your statement. I'm sorry, Jerry.
uh, I was muted the whole time.
Nah, you. I
No,
heard you. You was talking.
no,
Oh,
no. You're
okay.
muted. No, no, no.
Um.
I didn't say you're muted. I said finish your statement. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you didn't cut me off. That was all I needed to say.
Oh, okay, okay.
It'd just be easier for a woman to facilitate this situation rather than a man. That's just
Okay.
it.
Okay. Ali B, what up, Ali B? Listen, everybody out there, make sure y'all go out of the chat and drop a like on the page for us. We really appreciate it. Ali B said after Journey Month, she said women not going for that unless she was feeling the friend already. Woo, that's a good one right there. Unless she was feeling the friend already, women not going for it. My question is, would y'all take her seriously? Would the friend? Oh, oh,
If
that's
a friend of mine, is she saying if a friend of mine,
no,
if you
no, no,
originally
no.
passed
No,
on somebody,
she's saying if you dated someone, if you went on a date with someone, Jerry, right?
yeah.
And she realized that y'all weren't rocking, and was like, yo, honestly, we not rocking, but yo, my homegirl, you and her might hit it off. Would you take that homegirl seriously?
Would I take that homegirl seriously?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm saying that I went on a date with somebody. It wasn't compatible,
And
but
she
my
and she told
homeboy,
no, Jerry. All right, Jerry, you go on a date with a chick named Stephanie, and Stephanie goes, yo, my homegirl, yo, me and you now, you cool, but I'm really getting friend vibes from you. My homegirl, Latanya, Latanya is into
then
all the same, huh?
I'm going for Latanya.
Would you take Latanya seriously?
Absolutely. If Latanya takes me seriously, I'm taking her seriously. Absolutely.
Okay, all right, see, all right, see, there's your answer, Ali B. He would take it seriously. See, and I think that's the difference between men and women. Like, I feel like,
Yeah.
see for the woman, she said that line. She said unless she was already feeling the friend, that means she already saw the friend. Probably was thinking in her head like, damn, I already am on a date with this one, and he not even the cute one really. You know what I mean? Like, Chicks be doing that. Am I right or wrong? Chicks don't be
Yo,
doing
that's
that,
I never want to be that guy. Damn.
huh?
I said I would never want to be that guy. Yo, he not really even all that cute. His friend.
Like, yo,
Damn.
see, Jabari said the same thing as you. He said, "Yeah, why not? I would take the friend seriously." You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. I feel like that's a big tell right there by Ali B and not understanding the difference between men and women. If a woman is cool enough to like slap and be honest with me and tell me, you know what, we're not compatible, we're not cool, but I do have a friend that you would be compatible with, bro. Like I'm appreciative of that. Like thank you. Like I mean, like thank you for not wasting my time. Thank you for being able to lead me to something because I'm out here and I'm looking for something serious. Unless I'm joking around and I'm playing games. If that's the case, then I mean, stay away from me and keep all your friends away from me. But if I'm over here and I'm really trying to date, really trying to find somebody, and it doesn't work out with going on a date, and you realize that we're not compatible, that's a very mature thing to be able to go. You know what? We're not compatible, but I don't see myself, going any like where emotionally or whatever with you. But I do feel like there's a friend that can be way more compatible with you. That's definitely giving a person an opportunity for two good people to make it work. If it didn't work with you, cool. But if you know your friend is cool and you know this dude is not like a creep or anything, then what's the point of keeping away that possibility from happening? That's the way I feel about
I mean, I mean, you say that, but you're the same guy who was saying that you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm on your side. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate. That as a man, you don't think that you should be doing the same. You know what I
it.
mean? So
I don't feel like it would work the same. That's
okay.
I
Oh, okay. My
I don't
bad.
feel
My
like
bad.
it's out the same. I wouldn't be able to do it like that.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
feel like because of the fact that we are the pursuers and my whole stint and the reason why I'm even going on this date is to try to find a compatible partner anyway. So
Yeah.
what sense would it make for me to start making playing matchmaker and next thing you know, all of my friends got they popping partners and
Yeah. Cause every
I'm
cause every time you go on a date, you
and
hooking up one
you
of your
calling me to
friends.
be a third wheel every time. Like,
Fuck out of here.
Nah, I hear
yo, Jeff,
ya.
come through. Yo, we going to the movies. Like, what the fuck?
I nah, I hear ya. I hear ya. I hear ya.
Too? That's
You
crazy.
do fucking Buffett date for all your friends.
I'm
Yo,
not saying
yo,
that.
I'm
Nah,
watching popcorn by myself while y'all over here tongue kissing and sucking you off, bro, right next to me, bro. That's crazy.
I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that you gotta be the buffer of the date. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like the chaperone. Like the chaperone. Like, listen, guys, I'm gonna be over there on this side as you guys do what you do. Now I get it. I get it. So I don't disagree. Ali B said it happened to me. I met his friend and no longer wanted the first guy. Ali B, what the fuck, yo? What's going on here?
I also set my friend up with my ex, which is insane.
I saw compatibility there, and I no longer had feelings for him. I
So
don't have a
are
jealous.
they together now to this day?
Yeah, are they together? Are they together?
No, they still
Maverick,
together.
Maverick, why was he your ex? What happened? Because if you were the, cause if you were the piece of shit, Ali B, you fucked up for
And
passing.
you
You
put your
fucked up.
friend on to him is crazy. You put your friend
That's
on to
messed
a
up.
piece
You
of
you
shit.
are not a good friend, Ali. That
Yo,
wrong, and you pass them on to your friend. That's messed up. That is.
I need to know. It didn't work out. It didn't work with them, but they still good friends. I wonder how good of friends they became. You know what I mean?
Yo, Alibi over here setting people up. She like, I got this friend for you, and then rub her hands behind her back like, I can't wait till he start fucking you over like he fucked you over.
She said they didn't work out only because of long distance. All right, okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay, all right.
all right.
We're just joking, Alibi. We're just joking.
For me, I understand. Like, I'll say this. I've definitely linked up with a chick that like back when we were younger, and dude, chicks that like guys in the crew smashed or whatever, right? And let's say you dealt with one of them longer than the other. Actually, I've said before, I've been the friend that actually wiped up a chick for a year that one of my friends smashed. I did that in my 12th grade year. I did that before, right? And
Let's
I
pray
remember
for that.
what'd you say?
let's pray for that young man that no longer exists.
Yeah, that
Woo!
man no, that man died with that relationship.
Thank, thank you. I'm
All
glad.
right,
I'm glad you built them off, bro.
all right. So that let's make that very clear. But all right. So, but after that relationship, there's been other situations where it was like, oh, my man smashed. He was like, yo, it don't matter. She was trying to smash, whatever. Boom, right? And I've never been able to have muster up the strength back during my single days to want to wife anything or the the unlucky chance of having a baby with a chick that one of my friends man. Like imagine going to the altar with somebody one of your best man, somebody in the crowd like, yo, make sure she do that thing that she know how to do, son. Like
Yo!
Uh, you think about the weirdest things, but
me,
I
Yo,
I
you gotta
Jerry,
think about
you
this.
tied labia together. All right, no, no, do not. Don't you dare, Black. Go back to what you say. Go back to what you say.
Yo, but I agree with you though, Rich. You have to think about those things though. You gotta think about it. Like you just cannot have that man. Like you gotta make sure he cannot say nothing at your wedding. Like nobody can say nothing at your wedding. Everybody gotta be quiet at you. Like you
That's
gotta be
crazy.
big.
That's
somebody
crazy.
wants to say something like that at your wedding, they should have never been invited.
Like,
Like,
could you imagine one of my brethren? I'm sitting at the altar and I'm saying my vows to my virgin, and I say like, I love that little thing that you do, and one of my best men is like, mm-hmm. Like
yo,
what?
yo,
What?
right? It was the best, wasn't it?
What?
Yo, oh
I'm
my
losing
god.
my mind.
Yo, Cortese McCallum said, no big deal, Rich. You saw her for her. Shut the yo.
Yo,
Yo. Oh,
I don't know how we got here, but
all right.
pretty
Check it out.
pretty
Check it
much
out.
the topic was if a woman meets somebody and they're not compatible, why isn't she passing that person on to somebody maybe that she knows that would be compatible with that person? And I honestly think the reason why I liked that video and I sent it in and I wanted us to talk about it is because it is something that I feel like women would be able to facilitate a lot easier and a lot better if more women did it and wasn't like and we weren't tied to jealousy. There'd be more good men with compatible and good women, and we would all be happier because of that if that's really what we want. But if it's a me like I'm just if it's something that I touch, if it's something that I dated, it's a rap for like my whole crew can't no, nobody in my crew could even talk to that person. Not what Black is saying. If it's smashing involved, that changes the situation. But I'm not talking about that. If you guys were sexual, that's a different. We're talking about a different thing. But if you just went on a date with this person and you find yourself not to be compatible with this person, then why not just try to see if you could find somebody, if there's somebody in your circle that would be way more compatible with that person? Because at the end of the day, a man is really trying to just find a person. You know what I mean? Unless they want some fuckboy shit. If that's the case, then good luck, have fun.
All right. Before we do move on to the next thing, I did want to since that came up. If you dated somebody for a while, y'all were intimate or whatnot, right? This is not about passing nobody. But then, like y'all break up, but y'all remain cool. I mean, like y'all cool as hell, like best friends, right?
Mhm.
Would you invite them to your wedding?
I have an issue with that. I mean, I did that, and that was not the best thing. So, I
Who
mean,
you did? You did that?
yeah, I basically did that.
You invited a girl that you had a situation with to your wedding.
Yeah,
I like
You're
this.
brave.
I like this story. Let me hear this story. Let me hear this story.
no,
Yeah,
we
let's
don't
go.
need this story.
Listen, bro,
My
that's
wife's here. We
brave.
don't need this story at all. But I
That's brave.
but basically, it happened, and it was not the best thing to do. And now that I think about it, I'm like that left a kind of a weird situation that I kind of it could have gotten worse. It could have got bad. But my spouse was just like, bro, like, how would you feel if I did the same thing? And I was just like, yo, technically you did too. So it's like,
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't she do? He was there, right?
that that's what. Yes, please don't say anything other than what you
That's
said.
it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Rich,
yeah.
I was
But
like,
yo,
well, Rich,
wasn't
Rich
Thomas
know all the
Jefferson
juice.
there? Was it? I saw him.
I didn't name anybody. I didn't name anybody. I didn't.
Like,
I didn't
Rich
say a
know
name.
all the juice.
I
He
was like,
could have
what? I
been
was like,
late.
So then, how was she upset if she did the same thing?
Well, again, I
Can
was.
we? I don't feel like we should be getting into this. Do you want to get into this?
We found out. I found out that this was not the smartest move to make because you tried to play the whole try to be cool and we were friends before and so kind of like let's go back to friendship. But that it becomes a little it becomes crazy when your new relationship when you're kind of trying to do that with an old situation in a new relationship. So um, especially when you're getting married. When you're getting married, you should just be surrounded by the people who, of course, are rooting for you. No negativity. I mean, I wouldn't say that you can't have a person that you dated in the past, but I mean, that would have to be it would have to be something that your spouse is okay with and or whatever. Which my wife was kind of okay with, but we later on found out that she was not okay with it.
Black. If you if, Cortisha asks, does your soon to be spouse know? Now, would that change anything for you? If your wife came and told you, listen, hey, I want to let you know that my close friend, da 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 da, like we've been friends forever. Um, you know what's
That's
crazy? You know what's crazy? You would have to know about this friend already. If y'all getting married, I'm sure you would know about this friend, right?
This is
right.
what I'm. This is what I'm saying. That's my whole point here now. That's my whole point here now. So now, when did she tell him? Because whoever this, he would have had to have been around. If he's this close of a friend that he has to come to our wedding, he would have had to have been around in some type of capacity.
Uh,
And are you just now telling me that this happened between y'all? Like, what's going on? When did I
okay,
find
so
out?
let's do this for you, Black.
What's up?
Could your girl tell you that she has a close friend that she
Uh-huh.
used to fuck on?
Cause she, cause she told me she had a close friend that she used to fuck on.
Like it used to be her man, or it used to be somebody she used to deal with.
Yeah.
And
Don't
could
don't
that
use the word friend.
could that
Please don't
friend
use
be in
the
it?
word.
I'm sorry, Jerry. Go ahead. Say that again, Jerry. I'm sorry.
No, I say just don't use the word friend. Don't tell me that you had a friend that you used to fuck
No,
on.
they're
That's not.
friends now. They're friends now, Jerry. They're friends now. Let's say they haven't smashed in over 5 years, but in the past they used to smash. They used to go on dates and all that. Would
Uh-huh.
could she be your girl and still have that friend?
Um, it'll like what's
The
like
question.
I don't know, maybe like that'll be have to be vibes. As a younger me, I would have been like, no, no way. But as I'm getting older now,
Shout out to the growth,
you
black.
know what I mean? Like it's to be honest, it's a maybe now. Like maybe they didn't smash for like Richard said. They didn't smash for 5 whole years. They both been going on with their lives, and and they like y'all don't need to be talking to each other every day type shit, or you know what I'm saying, all of that. But
How often can they talk to each other, Black? And now that you're dictating how the friendship works, is the friendship still the same? Because now you're involved in their friendship.
Listen, the
I
friendship
don't,
will
I
still be
don't,
the
I
same.
don't necessarily feel like I need to be involved in the friendship, but I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, it's gotta be certain rules. Like, I understand. Like, all right, it's gonna have to be certain rules. Like, it's not gonna be okay for you to be hanging out with him in one-on-one situations anymore. I don't. When you're single and you're not, and you want to do that, that's fine. Like,
Talk
he's
your
still a
talk.
nigga, huh?
Talk your talk, black. I
You
said
know what I'm
me.
saying? He's still a nigga that you smash. You know what I'm saying? So if he want to come to the barbecue, fuck it, pull up. Now you can come to the barbecue.
Depends. Is saying it depends on a lot. Question: is that person single? If that person is single and you're in a relationship,
That's
that's
what
when
I'm saying. Like
shows
yeah,
up.
especially when if he's a single like bachelor type nigga, hell no. You just
Black.
That's tough.
huh?
That's tough.
Cause you especially because I know what you waiting on. You might not hit it for 5 years. Low key mom. I don't. Y'all know who low key mom is on Instagram.
Of course, of course.
He
Yeah.
made a video the other day about them persistent waiting ass niggas. He said them
He
niggas
did.
had to wait
Years,
for years to get the pussy.
ages, bro.
So
They would do everything.
black. How many chicks that you've dealt with that you became friends with later on, and you weren't trying to smash no more, that you were staying in contact with like that?
Not a lot.
So
I
then,
cannot lie.
so
I was
okay,
I was trying to
think
if I was smash at one point and I would
like
have
I'm not saying that there's girls from my past that I don't still like, if I like on the gram and shit like that, but like in constant contact, like Hank, no,
no.
not a lot.
So
it
so
creates it creates a tough situation, I would say.
So would you I'm not, I would not be comfortable in that situation. Like me, I'm not telling you to block nobody. Don't get me wrong.
Nah, none of
I'm
that.
not
You ain't
telling you
gotta do none of that.
I'm not telling you to block nobody, but I will make a comment to you. Like would you really care for me to be in heavy communication with somebody I used to deal with? You know what I mean? Like
There
could
you go.
black could so not a, so let's go with the scenario that you said. All these rules are in place. This person. Let's say when you met him, when she
Mm-hmm.
told you about him and told you that she's a smash. It's been 5 years, but at the time
Mm-hmm.
that you meet him, he is dating somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time you're getting married, he's a single man.
Okay.
Can he come to the wedding?
Yeah, pull up.
Okay. All right. Jerry, he can come to the wedding.
Yo, listen, we've had this situation happen in real life. You know what I mean?
Pull up. Yeah, pull up.
We was all turning up, and again, we were young. I wasn't really thinking about it. I mean, would I do it? Would it be the situation now? I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Again, it would have to be a whole lot of conversation. But I do realize that it was a mistake on my part to invite someone I was involved with to out a wedding, and she did the same thing. So it was kind of like we were, just young and doing stuff that we weren't really aware of yet. But now in our ripe old age, I feel like it's definitely something that where we didn't respect each other's boundaries enough to kind of consider that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good on any female I slept with being at my wedding for real. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't
So,
think that's something I want. I
yeah,
don't see why anybody would want somebody that you used to sleep with at their current relation.
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't see
me
the
either.
point.
Cause this is what I'm saying. Like, some people not for real. Like, not even to get all deep and shit. But some people take that wedding shit just for the party and all that shit. That shit is something big, bro. People who you want in that room when you're making those vows, bro, you want it to be nothing but love in there. You gotta understand that everybody in there wants to see you happy and is loving your ceremony. You don't want no type of jealousy. You can't just have everybody at your wedding. Like, you know
Jury
what I'm
mom,
saying?
a hell no for me. If I found out at the altar you dealt with that person, you will be left right there alone for withholding that truth.
So I'm
Okay,
trying to show you.
journey mom. Now, if this person told you before the altar that he wants to invite this person, and same situation, they haven't smashed in 5 years, they friends, you met like they tried to make you meet them before and all that. Matter of fact, journey mom, are you even okay with the idea of meeting somebody that your partner used to smash when you deep into that relationship already?
A good question. Meeting
Yeah,
them for what though? What y'all meeting for? What's the
Because
what's
because
the
because
yeah, that's a good question. What do we? Is this person like
I mean,
my
because they're your friend. They're your friend.
this
Oh,
person
you
like
have a real good tight relationship with this person.
Yeah, you have a good. You're not sleeping with them anymore. You just have a good type relationship with them. Do you even care? Not saying that. Do you? Would you even care for that? Like, fellas, would y'all care for that? Would y'all even care for that? Really? If you had the option, you'd rather not meet anybody your partner used to sleep with, right?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if we're in a relationship, then pretty much anybody you dealt with in the past kind of has to get left there unless you want to introduce a whole lot of unless you want to introduce a whole lot of potential problems to the relationship. Like it's just if we're starting from here, you could absolutely tell that person, or you should tell that person that you did deal with these people or that person or whatever, and you kind of still have a relationship with that person.
Mm.
But just like how we all change once we get into a relationship, bro. Honestly, all of that should kind of be put to the side because you should be focusing on this person and this relationship. I mean, that should be where what the focus is on now. Now that you're with this person, now y'all should just be working together on your relationship instead of bringing in potential other problems. You know what I'm saying with past relationships into the situation.
Got it. All right, well, fellas, let's move on from that. What's it called? We was on that for a little bit. Honestly, I'm surprised. All right, let's take a look at this right here. All right, Jerry sent this to us in the chat. Let's take a look. listen, take a look. I didn't listen to. I be trying to give my genuine reactions to these things nowadays.
Talk your
Uh,
talk.
what
Good stuff.
I don't even understand what the hell was just happening just now.
Cameron, talk to me real quick. You're a dad. You have made your wife a mother. Let me tell you something. You do not get to say that you going to work is you being a father. That's you being a worker. You going to work isn't you being a husband. That's you being an employee of somebody's business. You would be that if you didn't have a wife and if you didn't have kids. So stop coming home from work and making your wife and your kids feel like you going to work was you being a father and you going to work was you being a husband. Because that's not what you just did. You went to go work for wages. When you come home, you still need to be a husband. When you come home, you still need to be a father. Now, yes, you might be tired. I've been tired. Yes, you may be emotionally drained. I've been emotionally drained. Take the time that you need to reset and then give your wife some undivided attention and give your kids some undivided attention. Nobody's asking you to clock back in for 8 hours. Ain't nobody trying to be inconsiderate. But don't come home and then have your phone in your hand and can't make eye contact. Don't come home and give your wife 2 sentences about your entire day. Maybe you don't want to talk about work. Talk about your feelings. I'm just saying, ain't nobody going to be giving out no certificates and no ribbons and no crowns for you going to work. You giving that man 12 hours and giving your wife 2 minutes and want her to be appreciative? Man, stop. Let me look right in this camera and talk to.
All right, I hear that. That was a good video. Shout out to Jerry. I had seen that. I had seen that during the week. Black, how do you feel about what that man just said? I know you're not living
Um,
that life, but how do you feel about what he just said?
he's 100% right. I feel like he's 100% right. Like it's more to it. Like, yeah, that's cool. You bring home the bread. You know what I'm saying? You make sure everything is good, but then you still got to be a father. You still got to be a father and a husband. You still got to make sure your wife is good physically, whatever she needs, your kids, you need to throw the ball with you, whatever you need to do. It's another job. It's still a part of your job.
Mm.
Providing is one part. You know what I'm saying? That's good. You are a worker. Like he said, if you had no kids and no wife, you still got to work hard to get what you want.
All
You
right,
know.
that's what's up.
So
Jerry, before you answer, I do want to say, all right, and when I first met you, I remember not when I first met you, but I remember, especially around COVID, there was a point in time where I remember hearing you say oftentimes like, you gotta go out and get the money, go out and get the money and everything like that. Do you feel as though there's been times where you may have engaged in that? Because I'm not gonna lie, when the question comes around to me, I know for a fact I actually engaged in that one at a certain point in time, and I don't know if it's because of the stresses of being the man in the household. Because it's easier said. He put it in the way he said it was great. And Black, I'm in agreement with you and him. But
mhm.
Jerry, can you speak to that? Can you speak to what I'm trying to refer to right now? I'll touch more on it when I get to it. But I know for a fact that this has happened with you.
Just say your point right now, since you already
Yeah,
talking.
just
All
Just
say
say
right,
it.
perfect, perfect. All right, for me, I know that when I first moved out here to Maryland and I first started my job, not that I considered it being a good husband, a good partner, a good dad, and everything like that. But to me, it's like making sure that we are good is part of being a good dad. And yes, and yes, if I'm starting like me, I had started a brand new job, brand new field. There were times when I would start work, I'd leave for work at like 7, 6 in the morning, get back home, get on my laptop, and work till like 10 at night. Then I'm not gonna lie, my first 2 months living in Maryland, when I started working, I felt like I was a little checked out from my family. You know what I mean? Not that I wasn't trying to engage in stuff with them. My wife just had it. I said my wife, my soon to be wife. You know what I mean? Um, my my hopeful wife, I should say. She said yes to me. Yeah, yeah. That's called but but
She told me she was gonna say no when you asked.
yeah.
what'd you say? What'd you say?
Huh?
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, McKean Hayes said, "I needed the app. Missed too many funny moments." Yeah, where you been at? Is that MJ Hayes? That's MJ
Yeah,
Hayes? Oh
MJ.
shit! All right, what's going on, MJ? Yeah, make sure you send this out to your friends. All right, we starting to get some followers in here finally. We trying to bring y'all out, bring y'all from Instagram. You know what I mean? But nah, like I definitely feel like it's very easy to fall into that category of where you're trying to be where you're considering yourself being a good dad and a good partner because of the fact that what you're trying to do is for your family. You know what I mean? It's for your family. So it's like I'm not doing this so I can become make more money and then dip out on y'all. Like what some people do. Some men do that. They become more rich. And I'm not trying to get to a point where I'm working so much that I'm not there for my family. But I do feel like there's gonna be moments in time where part of being a good partner and a good dad is to procure a good situation financially for yourself. Jerry, how do you feel about that?
Listen, I can agree that being a part of being a good husband and a good dad includes, having a situation in which you could provide and protect your family. That's part of what I feel like the job of a man is. Now, the reason why I agree with that video, or the reason why I find that video to be so powerful, is because of something he said in the one thing he said in the video that I agree with wholeheartedly. He said you can't do 12 hours for a job and then come home and give your wife or your kids 12 minutes and think that you've done your job that day as a husband and a father. Because again, that 12 hours for that job was just for that. And I don't want us as men to confuse the fact that we work long hours as, the as the I don't know, the straw in the hat. It's like putting your 2 cents in the hat for being a good husband or being a good father. It really doesn't have much to do with that, because again, yes, you are providing a good situation for your family by working, hard and long hours and making sure that you're financially, you guys are good. But unless the children and your wife is able to kind of have a piece of you in that day as well, technically, then you didn't do what you everything that you were supposed to do. If that makes any sense, you get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be able to do those 12 hours if that's what you need to do. Do those 12 hours and then come home and give your soon-to-be wife, as you put it, like a half an hour of unmitigated, like just pure attention, like whatever it is that that person needs, whatever you can help with. If you need to just burp the baby, change the baby, take the baby for a little bit, and hang out with the baby while she kind of just catches her bearings. She was with the child all day, or you just give like you give her all of the attention where you're like, what do you need me to do for you? How can I help you? Then that's when you're kind of rounding it all up to be this good husband and good father that you need to be. So don't think the work kind of compensates for that. Think
Mm-hmm.
of it as kind of a thing that is really needed for you, but that isn't the whole story, or that's not the whole picture. You got to come home and still do in order to be that good husband and that good father.
I don't disagree. I like just to like retouch on it. Like I did still help out with the baby, and I'm not trying to justify anything. Like you know what I mean? Cause my partner told me she agreed. Like, cause I remember when I finally started feeling more comfortable at my job, I remember telling her like, "Yo, I'm sorry. Like, I know, like I'm here to like help with the baby and stuff, but I haven't." And fortunately, the baby was extremely young at that time. It wasn't moving around like he is now. He's not the headache he is now, but what's it called? At that time, like I feel like you know women can fall into postpartum depression and all that different stuff. There's a lot of stuff that your partner's going through, and having that time for intimacy, I guess, is extremely important in a relationship. What's it called? I
Intimacy
I
is
just
no after that, boy. For a good 6 months to a year after that baby born, intimacy is out the damn window.
Journey Mom said, I feel like all men need paternity leave to empathize with how hard it is to with how hard it is too. And Mr. RGP says America does not care about dads. I mean, like it's very important for people to get that because I was fortunate that I had some days that I could work from home. But even in that time, I was so concerned about making sure that I had it because I'm in a new state. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't afford to lose my job. Does that you know what I mean? Like it was a lot. It was a lot, man. And
Yeah,
and
but you see, DP, DP, my fault. I
that's
hate
all right.
calling that
That's Donnie.
nigga.
That's Donnie now.
Yeah, Donnie now for real.
Yeah.
But even that's something different. Like I don't, I feel like what you're doing in that situation is you were always going to get back to the other shit. You would just had to build your shit up first.
Which
You
is
had to
why I
make
said,
sure. Hmm?
yeah. Which is why I
Yeah.
said like, go ahead, Black. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. My fault.
Which that's exactly what I'm saying. Like I feel like there's gonna be moments in time where your partner like has to be a little bit supportive and understand like, hey, listen, I'm not. It's not that I'm not gonna help with the baby. I'm still gonna change diapers and all that, but the level of intimacy that you're accustomed to, it may have to fall back for like maybe a couple weeks. As I
It's
learned this,
for you guys, but it's gonna change for her, and it's gonna change for you. So again, I don't want us to confuse what that man was saying on that video. I listen. I'm all about going out and like you were saying before. That at one point that's what I was all about, and I'm all about that. Anybody who knows me can say that. I always say, go get that money, go get yours, go do what you got to do. But just like Black said, which was a very powerful thing earlier in our Keep in Mind career, where he was just like, "Yo, I can't be friends with a deadbeat dad. If you're doing only the working part, guess what? You're considered a deadbeat dad to me because there's still a
No
home
facts.
that you must uphold, that you are the leader of, that you need to be present in, that you need to be there for, that you're completely neglecting, and I don't want you to think that all of that hard work you're putting in at your job is compensating for that, because it doesn't always.
I know a lot of people who will tell you like, yeah, my dad was there. He made sure he took care of the house and shit, but he ain't really fuck with his kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he made sure roof was over his head. Like, yeah, I know he loved me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that was just it. Like, it's nothing more than that, I guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there should be
You
more
are,
to it.
you are, yeah. You're just like said it perfectly. You are a very positive, reinforcing factor in the home, and I've always been big on making sure that us men are aware of the amount of power that we have in a home. For us not to forget or not to neglect the fact that we are needed in the home, if not just as much as the mom is needed, then more. So the kind of hole that we fall in, that I don't want us to fall in, is that we would kind of bury ourselves in work and think that that's what the family needs, and so that's what we will provide, and that's what makes us that good father, that good husband. But meanwhile, everything is falling apart. Why? Because again, you're not communicating with your partner. You're not your children hardly get to see you or talk to you or do anything with you, so they're not really familiar with their father, with the leading figure in the house. And so things deteriorate that way, and you don't want that to be the case, because then I would say that you really have nobody else to blame but yourself as the man. Like, you really can't point anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does suck, and sometimes I'm pulling in 12, 13-hour shifts, but I come home and even if with the no strength that I have, I got to pick up my kid real quick, play airplane with him real quick with my son before he goes to bed, or read him a
but
book
see,
before
see,
he goes
but,
to bed.
but see how you
You
mentioned that.
got to balance it out.
You see that little balance that you mentioned right there. Now, I think maybe we might be able to touch on this next episode or whatnot. But we should jot this down. Um, Clearly, this question is, of course, based on whoever you're with in your relationship, and how much intimacy is needed in your relationship or whatnot. But how, as a partner, do you express to you want, like, if in your mind you spent 3 hours being extremely intimate and giving your partner individual attention, right? Spend You spend like 3 dedicated hours doing that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like it's and this is your partner's love language. You understand that this is your partner's love language. It's quality time, or say it's for them, it's going out. For them, for another, it's like watching a movie together, whatever it may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you do that. How do you go about navigating when it's like, because as a man, say you have things you need to get done and all that different stuff. How do you go about navigating? Like, listen, all right, I gave you that time. Now, hours later, I'm taking care of this, and they're like, well, I feel like I'm not getting enough intimacy. How do you navigate that as a man, or even as a woman? If you're a woman that's busy and you have a lot of things that's going on in your life and everything like that, how do you navigate somebody who constantly, not constantly, but needs more attention than what you normally give out? How would you navigate that? Black.
I think that. Oh, black. Go ahead.
Oh no, Jerry, you can go first. Jerry, you can go first.
Go ahead, Jerry.
I honestly think that's a great question. But I mean, you have. I guess what keeps popping up in my mind is that a relationship is based in service, right? At the end of the day, I get that it might be a little tough, especially when it comes down to negotiating these types of things. How much time can I give you? How much time do we have? This and that and the third. But you are in a service based industry when it comes to a relationship, right? So you kind of have to accommodate the best you can. Now that comes with a lot of compromise. Hey, listen, if I give, now, I'm going to give you an hour or two of unmitigated attention, and in order to be able to do A, B, and C and D afterwards, or whatever the case may be. And you come where you can find an agreement, find a middle ground where both of you guys are not completely happy, but at least you're listening to your partner about what they're saying, they're griping with, and that partner is hopefully listening to you on what you're griping with, because that's what a relationship is all about. Go ahead, Black.
Okay, well said, Jerry. Black.
What's up? Um, I agree. Like Jerry kind of took what I was gonna say, man. Like I kind of agree with what he was saying. Like same shit,
It's
Okay.
your Yeah, you're in a service based. It's a service based industry, man. It's not. It's gonna suck sometimes, And my
man.
dad made me well aware of this. May he rest in peace. And he was just like, "Yo, bro, it really does suck for a man, and when you look at it at the end of the day, but it's our job to take all of this, shovel all of this shit. Pardon my French, and make it seem like it's this grandiose, amazing thing when when we got a whole bunch of scars on our back, and our back is not even working properly half the time, but we have to make it seem like everything is okay. And it's just it's kind of the gift and the curse that we have as a man. But it really does come down to making sure that you are aware, you are understanding of what your partner is asking of you, and what you are going to be able to compromise on being able to give your partner, because you can't neglect your partner. That's means for destruction in the relationship, I would say.
Maxine Hayes said, "Men have it harder. I don't care." LOL. I mean, at least she's admitting it. At least she's admitting it. Like, men have it harder.
Well, at service industry, it is a relationship is of I'm married to my wife.
So,
I am of service to her, and
is
I'm
she not
going
of
to
service to you?
That's what I'm saying. Yes, we are of service to each other. I'm here to mitigate her life, make it easier. She's here to mitigate my life and make it easier. Where now, what does that have to mean about like the things I like to do? Well, I used to like playing video games. I don't really play video games like that anymore. I used to be able to watch a whole lot more anime shows and keep up. I'm not able to do that much anymore. But there will be some times where my wife will be like, "Hey, listen, babe, I know you've been wanting to watch your show, so here's 20 minutes. Go watch your show, and when you get to
20
come back,
minutes is
yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, listen, compromise. Like I said, it ain't gonna
You
be,
know what's funny?
it ain't
You know, you know what's funny though, Jerry? You know what's funny? I feel like my girl gets to watch her when she wants to watch her shows. She gets to binge them.
she gets 3 hours. Let's talk about that. Gosh, let's have this conversation, please.
I wonder how is it that I don't have time to play my fucking video
No,
games, but
because my wife has hours for Law and Order. You hear me? She has all of the time in the
all the
world
time
for
for
Law and
Alex Cross, right? All the time for Alex Cross.
All the
No, no,
time
no,
Alex
no,
Cross is crazy.
no, come, babe, no, come, no, right here, no, no,
Oh, she said she got.
just
Hold on, she said she could binge with the baby in her hand.
Tasha,
She said she could binge with the baby in her
go ahead, look
hand.
at the camera, tell the people this, tell the people this. That's what it is.
she said learn to multitask. And, and lead.
So
Heidi.
Alrighty, alrighty. Listen, Adeline, how would you get? How come Jerry don't have time to play video games, but you had time to watch all of Alex Cross?
yo, yo, Jerry falls asleep because Jerry works the 12 hours that I was telling you about.
Yo, listen. Yo, Jerry, I'm so glad you said that. Jerry, I ain't gonna lie. I've been wanting to play my video games lately, right? So the past 2 days on Friday and Saturday night, I stayed up to like on Friday I stayed up to like 3 in the morning, and then on Saturday I stayed up till 1. And my shorty was like, "What time you came to bed?" I was exhausted, and I was like, "This is why I don't do this shit. This is why I don't do. I could never do that during the week. I could never do that during the week. Yo,
Never. I could never. Have you? Yo, my wife.
she has done it. She will do it, nigga.
You heard it here first, all right? The wife has spoken. You guys heard it here first.
Oh my god, yo, this is hilarious. Got it.
Yo, my life is great, y'all.
Yeah, I know it is, Jerry. I know it is. All right, check it out. All right, one last thing before we get out of here.
Yeah.
One last.
Yo, everybody laughing at me. Yo, send them likes if you guys agree with what my wife just came on here and did.
All right, check it out, fellas.
A nice little, gave me a reality check real quick. Send them
That's a
likes in the chat. Send them
that's a
likes.
fizzy. That's a
It's
fizzy. She
real
sure
life
did.
out there. Keep in mind podcast, y'all.
All right, y'all ready for this? All right, check this out. Last topic for the night, and then we out of here. All right, check it out. I want to know if y'all agree with this.
Now, let's get down to most men who will imply that a man is a provider, and when they say things like, I only want a woman to want me for money, or I wouldn't dare let a woman pay a bill in my house. When you hear these messages, of course they do. I can name a few, but I don't name drop. But usually when you run across these ultra providing men, they fall into four categories. Either they're under 5'7", either they are very unattractive, because you gotta like, so when you hear these messages, you gotta look at the messenger.
Like Yada, what's his name? Yada.
That's what
Don't do that.
Yeah. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. He would never say it.
Like I was saying, usually when you hear a man come on this internet talking about a woman should not do anything but exist, they're either under 5'7". They either are a very unattractive, successful athlete that just has money and he wants to control the narrative anyway, or he's just a very unattractive man overall, or he has a small penis. And I'm telling you, those are the only men that are walking around this earth talking about a woman just existing is unlimited funds. Get the fuck out of here. Man,
Okay, fellas, chat. I want to know how y'all feel about that. Do you agree? Do you agree that the men that talk like this are usually men that fit into that criteria? Jerry, let's start off with you.
Mr. RGP said this guy is spitting.
Mr. RGP agrees. All right, Journey Mom, Jabari, Maxine, how y'all feel about that? Jerry, how you feel? How do you feel about that? Would you agree? Disagree?
Listen, I didn't really even catch like everything he was saying. He was saying that basically he was saying that a guy that's like can you like can you explain this to me a little better, because I was really.
Basically, he's saying the dudes that there's a lot of dudes on the internet and just in life that be like, oh, a woman don't have to pay for nothing because she's my woman. I'm the man. I take care of everything because all she has to do is breathe. You know what I mean? All she has to do is live and exist, and I got her. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Because I am a man. And Maxine Hayes just said, nah, LOL. I don't care. Southern men literally move like this. She's saying Southern men, that's how they behave. She said, personally, I don't want my man to pay for everything, and I just exist. I've never seen it in real time. Well, you just said Southern men move like that, so you seen it somewhere, Maxine.
I mean, she's probably not from the South. She probably just.
But she's seen it somewhere. She's seen it somewhere, be it on TV or something. She just said that's how they move. You can't just say something you never seen and say that's what it is, right?
Yeah, I feel like. Well, I understand what he's trying to say. It's the man who. I feel like he's trying to be like
Insecure men.
Like a little insecure, and they just use those things for whatever. They use the money like, oh, I'm gonna say this, like I'm gonna say oh, you never got to pay for nothing when you're with me, because you know when you say that, he's gonna get five girls that would never look at him probably any other time. That's gonna go look at him. You know what I'm saying?
So
So that's
basically,
it's a controlling thing.
that's what Mr. RGP said. He said that's also like controlling. Why would I want
Yeah,
you
a
to
little
just
bit.
exist? Why would I want you to just exist and not have agency? I mean, he's right. I mean, look you say the same thing, Black. In all reality, like I feel like it is insecure men that he's describing.
Yeah,
It's insecure men or men, and even those which Maxine said that those Southern men are like that. A lot of those Southern men grew up with those same values that they're trying to push right now in the Trump administration with the whole a woman shouldn't even be able to vote. They shouldn't be able to divorce you. None of that. It's all still control. You know what I mean? And
yeah, barefoot and pregnant.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's all like it's even if it may not be because they're insecure about their looks, they're insecure about attaining a woman. They're insecure about losing the woman
Facts,
to somebody else. You know what I mean? Like the insecurity doesn't only have to be something physical. The insecurity could just
facts.
it could be multiple different things. Um, but I do believe that I do believe that it's I I don't understand the idea of how people can feel like that's a parent. That's a parent. Like you are my child now if I'm paying for everything. I don't see why somebody would want that.
It just doesn't make. I honestly don't understand. Anybody who tells me nowadays, especially in 2025 in Trump's America, if you are paying for everything and you are sitting here telling me that you're happy to do so and you take care of your girlfriend or your wife, like I'm just gonna like I saw a video where a guy was just like, "That's good for you. Go for it. Do your thing. Live happy. However if you feel like that's what makes you happy and you're good." And you don't seriously have existential crisis that you want to hide through saying and doing all of that, then fine. But I'm here to tell you that listen, I we don't my wife and I don't keep count. There have been plenty of times in which she was handling a lot of the bills because your boy was down and out. There's been plenty of times in which she's like she's been on the down slope and I've been a little better financially in my situation, and so it's like, all right, everything is pretty much coming along my route to take care of and handle. And it's never a thing where I'm like, you're paying for everything, and so or she puts it back in my face, or it's like my wife really made me aware that like all the money that comes into this house, bro, is our money to do what we need to do to keep our kids happy and to keep each other happy. It doesn't make sense if it's all coming from her for me to feel some type of way. And if I do feel some type of way, then she's giving me the time to do something about it. In order for me to take care of the bills and for me to feel like the man that I need to feel like, if that's what it is that you need to do. But don't sit here and tell me that that's what I mean. Like I do believe, honestly, it is a square who would say all of that just to kind of be able to, pull in the type of women who would otherwise look the other way. Because honestly, man, all relationships these days, you could tell me you could tell me up and down that you are paying for 100% of the bills as a man, and I'm sitting here and I'm gonna tell you, bro. But are you happy though? Are you good? Do you think about killing yourself every now and again? Because I
Do
know
you
men are,
do
but
we
most
need?
of those
Do you
men
want
are.
to
I just
talk?
think shit. It doesn't make fucking sense for you to act all macho because you pay all of the bills, bro. With that has nothing to do with the order of the home. That has nothing to do with with your ability to lead the home, to lead the people who are counting on you, who are following you, to have a plan. It just doesn't make any sense, bro. But to each his own. I say, listen, if that's how your relationship works, that's how your relationship works. If you're happy, bro. I'm not gonna say nothing about it.
If you're happy,
uh,
ain't no
You know what I'm
clapping.
saying? But I can't tell you that my wife and I operate like that. It doesn't make any sense for me to go, yo, I'm gonna take care of all the bills. I'm gonna handle everything because I know I'm gonna be stressed the fuck out having to take care. And my wife she wants to be a real estate mogul. So you know what I mean? Imagine, you know what I mean? She got multiple properties. I'm taking care of all the fucking bills. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Dirty
that'd
would
be
be on the
nuts.
he shot himself laughing.
That'd be nuts. Lynn Mezier said a provider is great, but it really depends on what the relationship is rooted in. Yeah, we
Talk.
100%. We can't disagree with that. Whatever works for your relationship is what works for your relationship. But the guys who what we were discussing, I don't know if you were in here, Lynn. What we were discussing was and I hope I'm saying your name right. Was pretty much like the men who usually have these type of sentiments are usually men that have some type of either control issue or some type of insecurity, where they particularly are saying that women shouldn't have to pay for anything because they're a woman. You know what I mean? I think like what like to me it's just like who was paying for stuff before you met me, and what happened to that shit is weird,
Well,
bro.
men
Like,
are not part of this conversation, my boy. So that's it.
huh?
It's never been. I mean, y'all used to talk about that whole ATM thing, and I listen. Your boy Jerry never even knew what that was, man. I was like,
I mean,
shit, this
I couldn't do it really.
that's amazing. That it sounds amazing, but yeah, I mean, now in our ripe old age, bro, would you even feel comfortable if there was a chick that could provide everything, was paying for everything? Like, I know half the dudes I talk to would be like, "Nah, I don't really feel like a man. Like, I don't feel good." I'm like, "Okay, cool. So, do you want to be able to take care of some bills, but you don't want to have to go? Oh, I want to take care of all the bills in order to feel like a man. That's stupid.
Yeah,
Then you
Mister
should be alone, because then now you're taking care of somebody else and yourself." And you're
Mister
taking care of 100% of that person's life and your life. That's stupid.
Yeah, Mister RGP
Yeah.
said. Mr. RGP said it's weird vibes if a man is looking for a relationship just to be a provider. Lynn said, and from what I see, it seems to be men who are extremely shallow and women who are also shallow. Oh, okay, that was fire right there. Maxie
That's
Hayes.
bro. That's like low key like passport. That's passport bro shit. Like
Yeah,
they can't talk to girls in America, so they go talk to the girls over there.
and just show them that I got American money. That's it. I got American.
Passport bro.
That is some passport bro shit. But anyway,
It doesn't make any sense, bro. I
I'm
mean,
sorry, Jay.
honestly, bro, that 50-50 stuff in relationships, if that was what works for you, then that's what works for you. If it's 80-20, it's the woman and the man is happy, then that works for you. Like, stop the we shouldn't be on this platform at all talking about if the man got to provide everything in order. That's dumb to me. That's just dumb.
Dumb as shit.
That's just dumb as shit to have that conversation right now. I get it. If you're in a position, cool. Listen. I respect you 100%.
Even if I'm
If
not gonna
you're
lie
not
to you, if I was in the position to pay all the bills, I probably would pay. I'd probably pay for the house, but I'd still want my partner to buy the groceries and shit like that. I'd want you to have a job. I'd still want. I'm. You know what I
Bro,
mean? I
pay the
just
Wi-Fi bill.
something like
pay,
fuck.
yeah, and get me some freaking Marvel boxes sometimes.
No, I want the partnership. I want it can't even just be the Wi-Fi bill. It got to be like you're paying something that matters to the house. That matters to
Wi-Fi matters.
no. I know the Wi-Fi matters.
Say that loud, I'm like,
No,
Wi-Fi. Listen, the reason why we're here right now is because
oh,
you pay for
Jack,
Yeah,
that.
Jack,
that's
see,
it.
Jack Devani said, I'd pay all the bills if she is the mother of my kids. I wouldn't even think about it. Okay. I respect that. Listen,
I
and
respect that.
I respect that, and I just personally, me personally, Jack, and nothing against what you're saying. Even if she's the mother of my kids, like I said, like if I had to do it, I would. If I had to do it let me make that clear. For the mother of my kids, I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever I need to.
Facts.
If I
Facts.
need to do it, if I need to do it. But if I don't need to do it and she can work and all of that, why do I need to feel like I need to fund her entire life like she's my child, like she's the mother of my kids, not another one of my kids. Like you know what I mean? Like that's just how I feel. Like I don't know. Like
Listen,
um
I
So
agree.
like say like so say like you
If it's
was
one home, go ahead, Black. I'm
so
sorry.
say like you was like a professional athlete. That's good. Cause think about it like that. Cause clearly like their wives don't have to do that. Even if I was a professional athlete, I would still want my shorty to make $10,000 a year.
it's a partnership.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I know I make,
Bro,
I
that
know
sells
I make
that
100
sells
million.
like 8 things, bro. That's nothing. That's amazing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, make 10,000 a year. Like, you don't need to make nothing else because I can take it. But just like Rich said, the partnership part, bro. Show me that you here for something.
You
Like,
invested in this too. See a lot. See how what happens with a lot of those men that have those athletes who have babies with women, and those women are not doing anything besides being at home with the kids. Yes, what they do is they love the kids. I'm not taking away from that. They take the kids with them. and take all the money. They're not dedicated to the relationship. They're not dedicated to like they're dedicated to the children and the money and the life that you're providing for them. Not necessarily dedicated to the relationship anymore. You know what I mean?
I feel what you're saying.
you, you feel me, right? Like let's build on that partnership, and part of that partnership is going through the struggles that I go through. Going through bills. I like that Jack is in here, and I like that he's standing on what he's saying though. He said he's gonna pay for everything so she can take care of his kids. If she doesn't want if she doesn't want to do the stay at home mom stuff, then okay, she can work. But if she's doing all the homemaking, then I'm paying all the bills. She either can be a stay at home mom and cook and clean, or she can work, but she can't just do nothing. Okay, all right. So he's saying her investment is doing all of that, the
Right.
homemaking. Okay,
That's
I
fine.
respect that. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. See, a lot of those athletes, their woman is not doing any homemaking. You know what I mean?
Yo,
It's
Coming
yeah,
out maids and all that shit.
it is anyway. Nah, bump that, bro. Like, listen, my my wife is a homemaker, and she is not the type of person that even likes to be in the home all the time. So, like, I mean, like, so in our conversation, it would never really work for me to just be like, hey, even if I could pay all of the bills, that she's gonna stay home and take care of the kids, because that's not necessarily something she wants to have something on the side that she could do, that where she feels like she's a part of society, that she's contributing herself. So it's like, like, it all depends on the relationship that you have. If you do have somebody that's more lenient on wanting to work and all of that, if you're not struggling, and again, men, if you're not struggling and you could take care of it, then fine, take care of it. But if there's an ounce of problems that you have, if you have issues, if you have mental problems, if you can't get over the fact that you are responsible for all of these things, and it feels like an unbearable weight on you, then I tell you to make sure you unload that onto your partner, or not unload it, but make sure your partner is aware of that. Because then they'll sit here and sit, they'll be sitting pretty, not working, and kind of taking care of the home, I guess, while you're over here killing yourself, which doesn't help anyway. Because what happens if you're depressed beyond repair, or you have suicidal thoughts and shit like that? You're not a member of the team in the house anyway.
Jerry. That was very well said. What's it called? And being a member in the household is extremely important. And I just wanna ask Jack Devani a question. So if you're paying all the bills and all that, and your person is a stay at home mom and all that, when she wants something for herself outside of the kids, outside of the household,
Are you taking care of that too?
you have to because she's not working. You have to now. Am I mistaken about that, Black? If she's not working at all and she's a stay at home mom, when she wants something outside of the family, like something just for herself, are you not having to be the person that has to provide that for her, right?
You gotta put on the payroll.
And guess what? Guess what? What happens when somebody's on your payroll?
What happens?
Just like your boss, you got to listen to your boss, right?
I mean, I hope she would know the job because from what I'm hearing, they're saying that that's like her job, right? Taking care of the home. So that's gonna be your job. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing soccer mom, all that shit. Put you on the payroll.
All right, look what Jack said. Of course she can buy whatever, but it can't be a stupid purchase. Who? That's my point. See right there, that line right there can't be a stupid purchase. Granted, in a relationship, if you're married and living together, you would want your partner to be talking to you about purchases that they're making and everything like that. But say she worked hard. Say she was working and worked hard and saved 5,000 to the side for herself to buy that bag. And it's not gonna affect the family finances at all. She had that ability to make that decision. And that lifestyle that he's mentioning, she has to go through explaining why she wants a $5,000 bag. It's an allowance. It's an allowance.
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Gucci bag is
So
crazy.
even Jerry, question. So even in a relationship, say your partner does have she has her own money, whatever, and she wants to purchase something like that for whatever reason. What's like you don't think what's the number where no matter even if it's their own stuff, you guys should have to talk about purchasing it, even if they're using their own money.
I think no. I think
What's
I'm
that
gonna tell you
number?
this. I'm gonna tell you this. If let's say we live together and all that, right? I'm not in debt. I'm not putting the family in debt. I have a substantial amount of savings. I have I had 3 months savings. I have my credit score is great. Every bill is paid and nothing is faltering. If I've been saving money to the side to buy myself a fucking Corvette or whatever the fuck it is, I don't think you should have any say in that because it's not affecting the family. That's my opinion.
So no,
That's
that's
my
not what I
opinion.
said. What I'm saying is, no. My question was, so you don't feel like it's a certain number, even if it's your, even if it's saved and everything's gonna be alright. You don't feel like it's a certain number where if you're gonna purchase something, you should speak to your partner about it.
If that's I did answer that question, but like if I save
Yeah,
that money,
he did.
I did answer
He
that.
said
That's exactly what I answered. If I save that money and it's not affecting the family whatsoever, I don't need to talk to
he
you about it.
So you're
he
saying no.
No, I don't. It's not affecting the family. It's not affecting the family. If it's affecting the family, 100%, 100% is the conversation that needs to be had. But if it's not affecting the family, I've been saving for the past 5 years. I've been saving fucking $1,000 a month or something like that. Why do I need to?
I think even if you're not you're saying like you're saying you're not directly affecting the family, I feel like a decision on a purchase made, even if it's something that you saved up for on the side or whatever, is always going to affect the family because again, you're not
This is what
just
I'm
a single
saying.
man.
Wait, what?
You're
Wait. Say that again, Jerry. Say that again.
I'm saying that even if you did gather that money and it's not going to affect the family, even if you don't have a conversation with your partner about that purchase, it's a problem because you are not a single person.
Okay.
Once you if you are in a relationship or you are married or you are dealing with someone, it honestly should big with the exception of things of small intricate things that you need, like bare
A
necessities
screwdriver.
or even so if you want yourself a bag, fine. But if you're talking about making a big purchase, even if you save that bread onto the side, you get what I'm saying? I feel like because you're in a relationship, it serves you to still have a conversation with the person, unless you just want to move
Okay.
like that.
Like even what you just said, Rich. You said if you want to buy a Corvette. Yeah, that's still because now you're gonna have to put that Corvette on your insurance. Because I'm sure you and your wife are gonna be
I
sharing.
want extreme. I want extreme. Like I want
I
extreme.
know you did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's why I asked you. What is the number where you have to talk about it? That was my original question. Like, what's the number that you have to talk about it? Like, where's that number?
Because if you went extreme, you definitely should have a conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, all right. Can I ask you something now? All right, no problem. Now, is this conversation just to inform them, or are you asking for permission?
Listen. I'm a big fan of asking for forgiveness before I ask for permission.
Then that means there would be no conversation, Jerry. That means there would be no conversation then.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying you're asking for permission. I
So
said
okay, I'm asking you, what is it? What is it? What is the conversation?
talk about. I said talk about it.
We're not trying to fight you, nigga.
Yeah. Like, he's so angry.
Yo, Rich is over here like, yeah, but you had
Like, listen. I'm saying what I said is, like I'm saying, you have to talk about it. Like, you just, like, I feel like what my question was again was, like, what is the number, like, in a relationship? Some people in the chat said $1,000. But I'm saying, like, what's the number where, like, if you're making a purchase of a certain amount, how much is it that you should talk to your partner first? Like, what's that number that you don't gotta talk to them? And what's the number you be like, nah, I gotta discuss this before I drop that?
Word. Okay. All right. All right. Now, you want to discuss it? My thing is all right. It's over. I'm gonna be calm, guys. I'm gonna be calmer. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, what is it? What is it? All right. So you saved for the past 3 years. You saved up $4,000 to the side, and to Lynn and Jack Devani, you save this money. You save this money along with saving for your child's college fund. Matter of fact, your child's college fund is set. It's set. All right. Let's make that very clear. All right. Maxine said, "LMFAO, I was just dying. Rich worked up his gold, pure money." Listen.
Every time, it never fails.
All right. Check it out. So you saved up for the college fund. The college fund has more than enough to pay for a full ride 4 fucking years. Okay,
All right.
that money saved. That money saved.
School.
Okay, Lynn said, "Nope, it don't even matter. We gotta have a convo." Okay, I'm asking you, Lynn, because you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me, and that's why I got worked up. I'm getting worked up because these niggas is answering in here, but I need y'all to answer in the chat. I need y'all to answer in the chat. I'm having this conversation to do what? To get permission? Is it permission to use that money when everything else in the family is taken care of? Is it for permission or is it just to inform you like, hey, I'm about to go spend 4 bands on this that I saved for myself? I just want to know. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, we're still going on vacation in the next month. All the vacations we have planned, all of it's still happening. All of it's still happening.
Yo, Rich is making sure he mentions everything that's gonna happen. It's all gonna happen.
Everything's still happening. College is good. Everything's good. When we come back, we still got money. We ain't broke when we come back. Everybody's tank is still full. All of that. I need to know. Am I telling you this just to tell you, which is fine. If it's just to tell you, cool. But are you guys saying it's a conversation because it's for permission? That's what I need to know.
Listen, my wife keeps coming in and saying, "Did Rich save this money up, or did Rich and his partner save this money up?"
Rich saved this
And
money
Rich
up.
saying he saved this money up, and then she keeps repeating, "Did Rich by himself in a relationship with himself save this money up, or did he in a
That's what I'm
relationship with
trying
a
to show
person
you, bro. You
save this
gotta
money
talk to them
up
about
with
it, bro.
that
What
person?"
the
Because
fuck?
you're
You
not
gotta
just
talk to them about it, Rich. I don't.
it's
I'm
not just
sorry.
you. It's technically not just your money that he made.
You gotta talk to them about it, Rich.
You,
Listen, everybody, look at the chat. Everybody keeps saying it's a conversation. I get it, clearing it up. I'm
it
clearing
is
it
a
up.
conversation
Okay, hold
because
on,
like
hold
I
on.
said, you have to consider the person that you're with. That's why I keep telling you, unless you're by yourself.
So pretty much, if I'm with somebody, I no longer
Mm-hmm.
can save money for myself.
I mean, you just answered the question. If I'm with somebody, then I can
So
no.
hold on,
You have
Rich.
to
So you're
save
not.
the
So
money
like,
up
alright,
with
so
you and
boom,
that
you saving
person.
this money. If you're not telling how you saving it as you're
No, you
going
can tell
along.
them. You can. Perfect example. Me and my shorty talk about saving money all the time, right? And I tell her, yo,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I had this. I'm up to this amount in my savings account, whatever, right? Sometimes I say that to her, right? And I'm up to this amount in my savings account. We also have a joint account.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there no individual? And don't get me wrong. I'm totally understanding that when you marry somebody, you are now one and all that different stuff, right? You're now one. But and I'm not saying you need to plan for a rainy day or nothing like that. But there's gonna be things. That's why I got into this conversation. There's gonna be things that I want for me personally, for me, right? Right? Because
Yeah.
I'm still just like how women be like, oh, I'm not just a mom, I'm still who I am, and same thing with dads, right? I'm not just a dad, I'm still who I am, right? So I'm asking, would it not be smart to have my own account to not affect my family so that I can buy the things that I want for myself individually?
Yeah.
Just because I'm with somebody does not mean that I don't have things that I like separate from my partner.
No one's saying that. But
I,
all
okay.
we're saying
I,
is there still has to
I
be
don't think I don't
consideration
think you're saying that
because
what.
no matter.
Yeah, go
My
ahead.
fault, Jerry. Because no matter what, like you said, like you keep saying, like it's not going to affect certain things, unless it's like maybe like clothes or maybe like sneakers. Shit is going to affect the house, no matter what, even if it's for yourself. That's just how it's going to be. You have to have it into consideration. I'm not even saying if you save your money and you want to buy your Corvette and she's saying maybe you shouldn't. I'm not even saying you don't buy your Corvette. I'm just saying you have that conversation and see where she's coming from.
Okay, so you okay? Say you come to her and tell her, yo, I saved this money, I want to buy this Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's paid for. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to repeat that. When I say everything's paid for, that means
Yeah.
everything's fucking paid for. All
Yeah, the
right.
same shit you said before.
Yeah, everything, all that shit, everything paid for, everything will be paid for, everything will
Yes, yes,
continue.
yes.
All right, everything will continue to be paid for. All right. So now I go and tell her, yo, I'm about to go buy this Corvette, and she goes, with what money? Oh, yo, well, for the past 7 years, you remember I told you I was working on that savings account that I had outside of our joint account. Well, I'm up to 150,000. The Corvette is 45,000. It's an old Corvette. It's 45. So I'm not even using all my savings account money. I'm just using.
All right, Rich.
All right, I'm making.
But but so then the
I feel like Rich wants the Corvette for real.
Rich, so then the conversation already happened. You explained this to your partner. Your partner is
No,
aware that
I never. No, my partner knew I was saving money. She didn't know what I was gonna do with the money. She knew I was saving money.
Okay, so then this is where I get to ask you the question. Let's put the shoe on the other foot. Now your partner is has been saving up bread. It doesn't affect anybody. You guys are still able to take your vacations. But she goes and gets a BBL and comes back. Are okay with
Mm.
Time out, time out, time out, time
Jerry,
out, time out.
why you uppercut him like
No, no,
that?
no, that's not even an uppercut. That's ridiculous. She is altering her.
Why is that ridiculous?
The,
Oh my God,
she's altering her
That's
body.
what she wanted.
Oh,
now
hold on, hold on.
that's ridiculous.
She saved her money.
She altered her body. She altered her body. She altered her body. She altered her body. She
God.
Jerry. Yo, this is crazy. All right. This is crazy.
For this car. So 7 years she's been saving up for her BBL, and she didn't tell you about it. She didn't tell about the Corvette. So now all of a sudden she's
Nah.
got a BBL.
Headley,
Corvette.
Headley,
Come on.
Hetty. You didn't hear me, Hetty. No. Hetty, come back to the podium. Come back to the podium. Come back to the podium.
I'm here, Fred. I'm
All right, Hetty. Me getting a car, does not change my body. It, it does not change my body.
It doesn't matter what
Oh my God, that made me
you
laugh.
didn't have a conversation 7 years ago about what you wanted to save the money up for. So you cannot come and say all of a sudden she wanted to get whatever she was getting and you tight. No.
Do you read the comments?
Car.
Look.
So have a conversation 7 years from that from before. So now when you buy that car, no one say nothing.
Listen, no, Jerry, y'all read the comments. Y'all see the comments? Maxine said, "Nah, that's drastic compared to a car." That comparison, that's drastic as hell compared to a car. Come on, what are y'all talking about right now?
That's not the point. The point is 7 years ago you decided to buy a Corvette and you didn't say that I was gonna buy the Corvette.
I didn't buy. No. See, Hedley, no. I didn't decide to buy a Corvette 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I started saving money, and then 7 years now, I'm feeling like a midlife crisis, and I'm like, shit, I want a Corvette. I'm getting
So she
old.
could put like a midlife crisis. She wanna buy a BBL.
That is changing her though. That's a new person.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's whatever she wants to do with the money.
Oh, this is
This
crazy.
one, she wants something for herself, Richard. Can she
Yo,
be herself?
that's what I'm trying to say. She wanted that for herself, and I just wanted to make it relatable.
Y'all got me sweat. Y'all got me sweating. This is crazy. This is
She
crazy.
wanted to do something for herself, much like because Rich, your interest is
Oh,
maybe
God.
a car. You can't be pissed at her for going
This
and doing something with the money she saved
Like
because
you
she's
said,
altering
boss
her
is not
body. It's
impacting the
something she
family.
wants to do for herself. Is
You-
what I'm saying.
listen.
So
You know what's you,
conversation based on basically her wanting to. What I'm basically trying to get at, Rich, is that even if she wants to do something, if she's in a relationship with you, then it merits a conversation, which is it goes on both, like the shoes go on both feet. You should have that conversation with her, even if it's money that you saved up and everything is Gucci, is what I'm saying. It's just about the fact that you are in a relationship with someone, and that person there is a responsibility that you now have to basically let them know about some of your dreams, some of your aspirations, some of the ideas that you have with the bread that you even saved up on the side, even if it wasn't for
Uh,
her.
listen.
Like
All
this
right,
was a good conversation. This one was good.
listen.
I like
I'm gonna
this
say.
one.
I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Maxine Hayes because even she's agreeing that this is Jerry. That was a ridiculous comparison. Re
No, but you see how he just brought it back around, though. He said it still would just merit a conversation. That's the whole point he's
that's
trying
the
to
whole
make to it.
point. I just
Journey
want
mom said. She bought a car too. Got that big body Benz now. Shut up.
yo, I love my
Listen.
yo.
I wanna say, yo.
I didn't mean to go. I didn't mean to go so drastic. I just wanted to drive it home that Rich would be like, damn, all right, something like that you wanted to do, something that my partner wants to do, might merit a conversation, even if it's not the same thing as a car and a BBL. I understand
Facts.
those two things are very starkly different. But the one thing that they do share is that they merit a conversation. You can't just go out and buy a car, even if you saved up all of this bread
But I'm
while
still.
in a
But see,
relationship.
the difference. The difference between our comparison is I go buy a car. You're still dating me. You go get a BBL, bro. What the fuck? Like.
Yeah. But you go through a midlife crisis, you go buy a car, you might start wearing hoop earrings or something. Like, that's not what she want to be with. That's not what she want to be with.
Got it. What's it called? All right. But yo, I do want Jack Davina and Lynn. Y'all gotta come back next episode. Next Sunday we going live again. Next Sunday, y'all. Sunday at 8 p.m.
Facts. We
We
back to
moving today.
Sundays. I'm
We back
tired
to
of waiting.
Sundays. Um,
Yo, I love the conversation,
yeah.
y'all. Thank you guys, yo, send those likes in. If you laughed at all tonight, man, if we cracked a joke and we made you smile, please let your friends know that Keep in Mind is gonna be on. I'm guessing Sundays now. Well,
Every Sunday.
we're looking at Sundays now, where we have conversations, man. We joke about, we keep it lighthearted, y'all. This is not a crazy podcast where we talk down on anybody, man. We just want to have a conversation and get it. You know what I'm saying we want Rich to make sure he has a conversation with his partner before he goes about the
Please,
night.
before you get the Corvette, Rich, have a convo.
First of all,
Please.
I don't like Corvettes. I like Beamers.
Man, I know you.
Beamers and Hondas. Beamers and Hondas. All right.
Those are
Before
Um,
you
hard
get
to
the
like.
driving gloves, Rich, and the
8 p.m.
Corvette.
8 p.m. Sundays. If you know us from Instagram, tell a friend. Send them the link on our YouTube. Make a YouTube. Join the YouTube app. Make a profile, and join us. You know what I mean? Like we really appreciate y'all. All right, everybody.
Please.
Absolutely.
All right.
Love.
So y'all,
Love,
man.
love, love.
You know what I mean? It's your flag day. Shout out to all my Zoes.
There you go. Zoe's in the building.